When a narcissist hurts you, they expect chaos. They expect an emotional explosion, a breakdown, a flood of messages, tears, or desperate pleas. That's how they feed their ego, through your pain, your confusion, and your need for closure. They want to see you struggling without them. They want to know they still have emotional control over you. That's the game they play, wound you just enough to keep you reaching for them, questioning yourself, and needing their validation. But what they never expect is your silence. When you go silent, everything changes. What was once a predictable cycle of reaction and manipulation is suddenly cut off. The supply dries up. They lose access to the emotional control they thrived on. Your silence, though quiet on the surface, is deafening in the narcissist's world. It's not just absence, it's a statement. A powerful, unspoken boundary that says, you no longer have power over me. At first, they may laugh it off. They might tell themselves you're being dramatic, playing games, or waiting for their return. But as time passes and you remain silent, no texts, no calls, no social media jabs, or signs of obsession, that silence begins to torment them. The narcissist starts questioning your detachment. Asterisk, are you done? Are you moving on? Have you finally seen through their mask? Asterisk. This silence chips away at their inflated ego because it represents something they deeply fear: irrelevance. Narcissists need to feel important, central, unforgettable. And your silence screams that they're none of those things anymore. You are reclaiming your peace, your self-worth, your independence. And that reality haunts them more than any words ever could. They replay the last interaction. They wonder if you've met someone new. They stalk your online presence, trying to find clues. But all they see is nothing, and that nothing eats away at them. Because the truth is, a narcissist isn't haunted by your silence alone. They're haunted by what it symbolizes: the end of their control, the failure of their manipulation, the collapse of their illusion of power. They begin to realize they've pushed you too far, that you're no longer the same person who tolerated the gaslighting, the lies, the emotional games. You've changed, and that silence they once interpreted as weakness is now the strongest boundary you've ever set. Your silence becomes a force they can't argue with, can't manipulate, and can't break. It forces them to sit with their own emptiness, their own reflection. And because they've spent so long running from that reflection, your absence becomes a mirror they cannot escape. Let that silence stand. Let it speak the truth they refuse to hear. Let it be your healing and their haunting. Because when a narcissist hurts you and you respond with calm detachment and total silence, you're not just walking away. You're taking back everything they tried to steal from you: peace, power, and the final word: